Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Loads of people know me for the HELLRAISER content I did here on this channel, ranging from quite a lot of stuff, from comic books to readings to scripts that were unmade, and now obviously just updating you on what's happening in the world of HELLRAISER, I guess. We've got two projects underway. This is about the movie. This is not to be confused or even tied to or linked in any way to the HBO series. This is a film which is made, well, it's going to be released on Hulu, but the interesting thing when I go to sort of YouTube to look at the teaser is that 20th Century Studios are involved. Surprising, actually surprising. Wasn't aware, because it's Spyglass Media Group who are behind it. So, but anyway, we've got a release date for this brand new HELLRAISER film. It's a remake, reimagining, and a subtle teaser. It shows slightly the new Pinhead, so I thought we would take a look at it together, ladies and gents. Hope you're all well today. HELLRAISER reboot, and I mean, they say reboot, and you know what? Bloody disgusting. You normally are better than this. It's a remake, you know, like it's not a straight reboot. It's a remake. It's a reimagining of the novella. Now, this actually is, ladies and gents, Clive Barker's working on this. He is the executive producer. He's got the rights back, which I've done many a video on, and is important to sort of discuss when we talk about this film, because there'll be lots of people that'll be like, well, you know, this film sounds like garbage. No Doug, no Pinhead, which is always the go-to. Normally, when people go, well, people either go no Clive, no HELLRAISER, and then from there people go no Doug, no HELLRAISER, no Pinhead. But Clive Barker is on board with this. He's the executive producer. He's influential in this going to Hulu. He has a working relationship with them. It wasn't going to Hulu before he got involved. He got involved, got the rights back. Boom, goes to Hulu. So it makes sense. This is actually directed by David Bruckner, who did, was it 2 years ago now, or last year? I can't remember when. The Night House, which is a good film. I enjoyed that film quite a lot, and was actually taken from like a HELLRAISER pitch that him and the writers were doing. But let's take a look at this. So the HELLRAISER franchise returns to life with a brand new Hulu original movie. And this morning, yesterday, we've learned that Hulu's HELLRAISER will debut on the service on October 7th, 2022. So it's just around the corner. Now, they released a teaser. This is what I mean, 20th Century Studios, right? Weird. Didn't realise they were involved in any way, shape or form. So that is a bit of a surprise. Now, you can imagine from here, them giving the release date, it being a couple months away, and then obviously giving us the teaser. We will get a trailer soon, like an actual teaser trailer. This is like tiny, but I would imagine we'll get an actual trailer soon. They might skip the teaser and just go straight to an actual trailer, but it's interesting nonetheless, and this is kind of my jam, right? So check out the date below, which gives us a sneak peek, first look at Sense8 actress Jamie Clayton as our brand new Hell Priest. Now, a lot of people have an issue with that. You know, if you've read the novella, The Hellbound Heart, the gender of Pinhead, the lead Cenobite, it's not. It's everyone's confused, right? It's this sort of androgynous weirdness. No one quite knows if it's got a P or a G. No one's got any idea. So the fact that Jamie Clayton, a trans actress, actor, whatever, is involved, I don't hate it. I think it's much more in line with the original, you know. So I don't hate it. I don't hate the idea. I've been kind of pro this. There's a little predator pop up there. Sorry about that. I don't hate it. I genuinely don't hate it. Now, they say Hulu's obviously been having a hell of a year on the horror front. Kicking off with Fresh, and then obviously Predator, the new Prey film. And now Hulu's obviously having the HELLRAISER as well. Again, the link with 20th Century Studios is interesting, because again, it is by Spyglass Media Group. So I am really surprised, Spyglass Media are behind it. But let's take a look at this. A bit of music involved in it and stuff like that. So, obviously avert to thy ears if you're not interested in that. But let's take a look. Now, look, straight off the bat, it's very, with Hellraiser crossing in letters, you know, across the screen. I quite like that approach. It's very 80s, isn't it? You know, it's very 80s, that vibe. Don't hate it. I think that's kind of cool. Now, the look at the Hell Priest is important. We'll just sort of flash cut to a little bit more there. Where is it? So you can let me pause it. Let me mute it and play it, and we'll kind of talk over it. So you can see, I mean, it's very much, hey, this is just the makeup we're working with here. It's the standardized makeup. The amount of pins look about right. It looks better than what we've seen of anyone else who's been in the makeup outside of, you know, Doug Bradley. The pins fairly uniform, actually. Again, don't hate it, you know. The issue with this, the makeup and the role in general, is always the facial structure. You know, can the face pull it off? Do they look pudgy? One of the main issues with everyone else who hasn't been Doug Bradley is that the facial structure just hasn't seemed right. You know, like was it Hellraiser? I can't remember what it was. Hellraiser 9 or something. There's been 10 films now. Hellraiser 9. They had someone quite pudgy play, or appeared quite pudgy, play the role of Pinhead, and it just looks super dumb, like very chunko face. Now, I'm not. This is not me trying to rag on someone's face. Like, I'm not interested in doing that. I'm not trying to criticize someone's face. But in terms of who you get to play the role of Pinhead, the facial structure is important. And this doesn't look terrible. You know, we can't see enough to really be completely clear cut on it. A little bit more here, and that was it, really. But, you know, like, I like the sound, the sort of sound of the clicking and the chains and stuff. Yeah, see, I like that. I like the chains. I like that a lot. It's cool. It was rated R. I did a video on that. Strong, bloody horror, violence, and gore. Language throughout. Some sexual content and brief graphic nudity. Needs to be that. That is what Hellraiser is all about. That is what Hellraiser is all about. You know, BDSM culture. It has to be. There has to be some nudity, some sort of sexual element to it all, especially with the pain and things. Like, it is BDSM, right? Like, that is part of it. But there you go. October. I'm keen. I'm keen for it. Very, very keen. October 7th. Kicking off the Halloween month. And giving Halloween a wide berth as well. So hopefully people will be talking about this over Halloween, which is actually going straight to Peacock streaming service, which is fucking dumb. Day and date release. That doesn't sound like they got a lot of confidence in that film. Or maybe they know something we don't know and we're going to be locked down. Who knows? But anyway, let me know what you let me know what you guys think. Get my words out. Cheers. Take care.